Welcome back to the Family Guy Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 8 of the Family Guy Podcast. I am Peter. Hear me roar.
Peter is the most sexist person ever met.
This is the most crazy episode so far. We'll get into that. But before... welcome back to the Family Guy Podcast. This is the podcast where two dumb teenagers talk about each and every single episode of the world's most shocking and stupid cartoon ever made, known as Family Guy. I just wanted to do this little fancy little intro thing. All right, let's get into this episode. This is a phenomenally funny episode. The amount of laughs that I had, the amount of LOLs I had during this piece of media,
it was a lot.
Was extensive.
Yeah,
to be a lot. To put it lightly.
I mean, like, dude, it's just crazy. Like the thing, like the beer ad.
Dude, yeah. So that's the start.
Yeah.
Dude, I wrote that down. I expect not to be the craziest thing in the episode. I wrote down. By the way, if I'm talking like Eminem right now,
I'm gonna put you in the back of my car.
I'm gonna put you in the back of my car. I'm gonna kill you. So I had like an energy drink. That's probably why. So I'm a little.
I had the other half of it.
Whoa. Yeah, I bought like 270 milligrams worth of caffeine from the Celsius drink, and I drank like half of it. Nice. And I was like, "You want the rest of this?"
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, sure." It tasted good.
It's good. Almost
God
as good
damn, bro.
as a nice Camel.
A nice Camel.
Nice Camel cigarette.
That makes my dick hard.
Whoa. Patreon. You can get that on Patreon.
Yeah.
Only Patreon members heard what he just said. It was crazy. You're not gonna want to miss out on that. By the way, this week on Patreon we are covering Archer. Season 1, Episode 1. It's a phenomenal episode of TV.
Oh, man.
Archer is
those
a
cartoon
funny
characters
ass.
are.
Oh my gosh!
They're
and that was in Season 1 when they didn't have a budget. Imagine when they did.
Oh shit!
And it was a big budget. Let me tell you, big budget, big.
Anyways.
Patreon. Go subscribe to the Patreon.
Okay.
Everything.com. Everything. No, sorry.
Everything but Family Guy.
Patreon.com/everything but Family Guy, or you can also check the link in our description or in our bio. Go check it out. We're posting every single week. We're posting bonus episodes covering outside of Family Guy.
Yes.
Plus, you get these episodes a day earlier.
That would be amazing.
Isn't that awesome? Let's get into this episode of Family Guy.
Okay, so this is just the opening, but it was the Pawtucket Pale or Ale
Patriot.
Yeah, Patriot beer ad where it was like, well, let's see, I have it. Pawtucket Patriot. Then Hot Woman. Wait, if you buy it, Hot Woman will have sex in your backyard.
It's not like they'll have sex with you. It's just they'll have sex in your backyard.
Yeah. So
like,
they'll just scissor each other in your backyard.
Dude, literally, it's like it opens up and it's just like these two girls and one of them is like putting lotion on the other one's back and she's like, feels so good. It's like, my turn. And they just like get.
Yeah, they just
it's just from the back.
It's from the yeah.
It's crazy.
It'd be cool if they filmed it, but then that would change it would be MA.
Yeah, I mean, do they ever do that though? Do they
No.
ever have? They don't ever have a nip in Family Guy.
No nip.
Except for Peters. In this episode, they had Peters.
Ugh, man.
He breastfeeds Stewie.
Ugh.
It's so funny. It's gross, but it's so funny.
Yeah,
okay, let me read the summary.
You read the summary.
Okay. So the Griffins win a boat and end up with a comedy club ticket. Wait, okay, sorry. Let me rewind. The Griffins win a boat and end up with comedy club tickets after Peter chooses a mystery box. Peter's offensive jokes at the club lead to sexual harassment lawsuit at work, forcing him to attend sensitivity training. This results in a complete personality shift as he embraces his extremely sensitive and femininity.
Yeah.
Lois is uncomfortable with the change, insists to help Peter restore his masculinity. After a tumultuous journey involving a feminist rally in a confrontation with a feminist leader, Peter reverts to his original, less sensitive self.
Oh yeah, that fight. That fight made him switch.
Yep. If you couldn't tell, I didn't write that.
Yeah.
I found that online somewhere. That's what I do every episode, so I just want to make sure you know that. I'm not trying to steal anything. I don't feel like writing a summary, so I steal it from the online.
Oh man.
I don't give credit. I should, but I don't. Anyways, so the family, after the ad plays and Lois is like, which I didn't think that was going to be related to the episode.
What?
That ad, but if you think about it, it really is.
Yeah, it is.
The whole episode's about like being sensitive to like, it's kind of funny how the whole episode's about, you gotta be more sensitive about this kind of thing, and then at the end it's like he's like not sensitive again. But
it's like women are just God's creations.
devices.
Yeah, devices
for our entertainment.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So that happens where he's watching, or that crazy ad comes on, and then it then cuts to Peter and Lois, they go outside and they check the mail and they see that they get a free boat.
Yeah,
They get a free boat.
I think Chris discovers it, right?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty
Someone
sure.
discovers that they have a thing that gets a free boat,
Yeah.
and then
Oh wait, I know. So they're going outside, and then Chris says, "Hey, Dad, we want a free boat." And then
hey Dad, we want a free boat.
Yeah.
He's like, oh sweet.
I want to be the first person on Spinner Street with a boat. Someone else has it, and then he's like,
Yeah.
At least I'm gonna be the first
No, I'm gonna be the fattest guy to have a Spinner Street
And he's
on a
like,
boat, and then
hey,
the other
hey,
guy comes
hey.
over. Yeah,
Hey,
and he's
hey,
like,
hey.
damn it.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm gonna have a boat.
Yeah.
And so it's basically like they have to get slipped through this like I think he said it was like a timeshare presentation.
Timeshare presentation. Yeah.
And so basically he comes in and before they actually got to the time, like they were sitting there, and Peter, for some reason, he admits that he taped over their wedding video with a porn.
yeah, that's right.
And so it's like
man.
Peter and Lois's
Yeah.
wedding, and then it cuts to two girls in prison getting naked.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, work, damn it, work.
This is yeah. Well, it's like
Shit.
you taped over our wedding video. Relax, I just taped over the boring stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, Peter, I sent a copy of that tape to my great aunt. And then it's like,
Yeah.
it's like a retirement home, and they're all watching it.
Like, this
and then
wedding's hot.
I'm like, this wedding is hot.
Yeah.
And then the old guy's going, wake up, damn it, wake up.
Yeah. Oh man.
Neck hurts. What'd you do to me?
Anyways, let's continue.
So the salesman comes in and he talks to them. I
Yeah,
copy this transcript here.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Griffin, if you sign this contract without reading
Oh, wait,
it
hold
and
on.
take
You
your
missed
blank...
something. You missed something.
What'd I
You
miss?
missed something. They were all sitting through it, and then he was doing a slideshow presentation where he was like, "This island's totally
Oh,
safe.
yeah.
Totally safe." And
There's a
it's
bunch
just
of monsters
Yeah,
killing
monsters
people.
killing couples and stuff. He's like, "Totally safe.
Nothing here, nothing here. Everyone's
yeah.
like...
Yeah.
So he comes in to talk with the Griffin specifically.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you sign this contract, I'll take your blank check and you won't not be loving your timeshare before you know it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna buy your lousy timeshare, all right? Now where's our boat? Hold on, you have a choice. You could have the boat or you could have a mystery box. Are you crazy? We'll take the boat. Not so fast, Lois. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Yeah, that's crazy that
and
he
then,
says that.
And then she's like, well, then we'll just take the boat. We'll take the box.
Yeah.
He takes the box for him.
That's crazy.
And when he does that, it cuts to them in the car, and Peter's like, God damn it. And Lois is like, we could have had a boat, but instead we have these comedy club tickets to some crappy show.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you're acting like this is the first time I did something stupid.
Yeah, and then he
Remember
like
that one time when we almost got that boat, and then it just literally replays the scene that just
Yeah.
happened.
It's funny because it like repeats the thing that just happened like a couple
Literally.
minutes ago. It's great.
And she's like, Peter, that happened 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I love it. That was so funny.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So the scene was played
And
again.
then Peter says like, I bet no one else took the boat.
Yeah,
And like
he's
everyone.
it's okay, Lois. I bet no one else had it either. Everyone else took the
Yeah,
boat because they're not
literally.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, they're not handicapped. I'm just gonna say
Wow.
that. Like Peter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, Peter has severe mental issues, I believe.
Oh, dude. And then it's funny because after that, I think it's like after that because they figure out everyone has it.
Yeah.
Ryan's like, I didn't know you liked boat, and he said, I've had boat in my blood ever since my great grandfather Peter, I don't remember something, floated the Mississippi River. And then it cut its way to a
This is crazy.
something.
So it's like Peter and this like black guy on this raft,
Yeah.
and Peter's in like a straw hat,
He's
and I
like-
don't really know what they were doing, but I don't know. It
Something
was
slipped out, and he's like, "Don't you ever use that word?
it cut
That's
to like
our word."
after I guess Peter,
Yeah.
not Peter, but his like great grandfather looks just like him had said the N word, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't you ever say that? That's our word. And he's like, I'm sorry, I thought that was your name. And he's like, can you pass me the paddle N word, Jim? That's what I guess his name was the N word, Jim.
Yeah.
But he called them the N word.
And he's like, "Thank you."
Yeah, and when he said he said N word instead of actually saying
Yeah.
the N word, and so he was like, "Thank you." That was actually we skipped ahead a little bit.
Oh,
So
okay. Wow.
this is when, so they figure out that everyone has the boat, and then they go to the comedy club, and
Oh yeah, that's right. And then, yeah.
Quagmire,
Clavmeyer. Say it
Cleveland
right.
and
Say it
Quagmire
right, boy.
are talking, and he goes, "Hey Quagmire, maybe the comedian will tell some jokes about boats or boating or owning a boat." And he goes, "Yeah, or maybe he'll tell some jokes about being a sucker." Oh,
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh, Quagmire, you're what the Spaniards call Airtel Libre or Airtel." I can't speak.
You can't even say it.
I must have a speech impediment or something.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Peter gets drunk and heckles the comedian off stage.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
He's heckling the mic. There's not even anyone up
He's
there.
like,
He
"What
goes,
are you looking at, you skinny?" Or
He's
something like that.
He's like, "You boo, you suck, skinny." And they're like, "Peter, that's just a mic."
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
that's great.
And the comedian comes up and he heckles him and he goes, "Put skinny back on." And then the comedian's like, "Well, you think it's so easy? How about you try it?" And he's like, "Okay, I will," because he's fucking out of his mind. And he goes up there and he's like, before he goes up there though, Brian goes to him and he's like, "Peter, you've never been the best at telling jokes." And it cuts away to this ape joke.
Oh yeah,
Peter's
I
in a
remember
net.
that. Yeah.
There's a bunch of apes like pointed rifles at him, like all around him, and he's sitting there. He's going, "Okay, I've got a joke." He's like, "Okay. How many dirty, stinking apes does it take to screw in a light bulb? 3. 1 to screw in the light bulb. One stinking dirty ape to screw in a light bulb, and 2 dirty, stinking apes to throw at feces at each other."
Oh my god!
And then they just cock back their rifles.
Yeah, they shoot them probably.
And then it cuts back to this, and he goes on stage.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And this was really funny. He goes up and, he bombs at first.
Oh yeah.
They're not enjoying it. And then Peter's like, "What, you fucking stupid?" And he puts his water bottle, he puts his beer bottle in his pocket upside down, and it just starts draining out, looking like he pees himself.
Yeah.
And they all start dying laughing at him. And
then I think he falls or something.
yeah, then he falls. He's like,
Yeah.
If you guys were in an ugly and stupid competition, you would be the winners or the losers. I don't know, whatever's funnier. And then he falls over.
Yeah.
And they just start dying laughing at him, obviously. And then, there we go. And then Peter, it cuts back to the next morning. Peter's not drunk anymore.
Oh yeah.
And he feels on top of the world. He's like, "I'm so funny." And he's like, "Hey Lois, what do you call a wait. Oh yeah, here we go. "Yo, what do you call a woman who takes forever to cook breakfast?" He's like, "I swear to God, Peter, you call her Lois."
That's crazy.
And Stewie actually really likes the joke. He's like, "Ha, the fat man told a funny."
A fat man told a funny, eh?
And then he tries to make his own up, but it's not as good.
Yeah, it's not as good, yeah.
It's so good.
It's funny also because, well, wait, no, this is before. Yeah, never mind. I'm getting a little ahead here.
Getting a little ahead.
It's just so funny.
Then Lois tells Peter that they were laughing at him, not with him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Maybe that was part of my act. You don't know."
Yeah. You
I
know?
don't think it was. And he goes, "Urine is actually a very sophisticated comedy you wouldn't understand."
Oh God.
And
Yeah.
you're talking about Peter at work? Is that what
Yeah,
you were
when
gonna
he's
say?
gonna tell that really bad joke.
He tells it, everyone loves it. Basically, he goes into work and he's like talking and he's like, "All right, listen to this one. What do you call? Where it's like, why do women have boobs?"
So you got something to look at while they're talking to you.
yeah. And then they all start
crazy.
laughing. They're like, "Ha ha ha!" And then a woman comes in and she's like, What are you guys telling jokes? I love jokes."
Ugh.
And then he's like, all right, here we go. Everyone backs away, and he's like, "So why do women have boobs?"
She's like,
Because, and she's like, her mouth drops, and she's like, and he's like, "So you got something to look at while they're talking to you?" And she has no response. Her mouth's just like,
he's like, "So you got something to look at while you're talking to?"
still no response. And then he's like, "So you got something to look at while you talk?" And then it just cuts to him in
Yeah.
Mr. Reed's office.
He's like, "You want to see me, Mr. Weird?"
Yeah, and he's like, "Peter, why?"
Wait, is this about that girl we filmed taking the film?
And she's like, "Sarah is suing you for sexual harassment."
Yeah.
And Miss Ironbox says, Ironbox, it's literally her name, but that was funny. And then he's like, Sarah. Oh, the girl we sued for the girl we filmed taking a dump. Yeah, what about her?
Oh my gosh. Okay, here's I got the quote thing.
Okay.
It's like he doesn't help his case. He says women are not people. They're devices built by the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And that doesn't help him at all.
No, it
with
doesn't.
His case. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
It actually hurts him.
Insane. Yeah, where is it?
I forgot.
First of all, if I can speak in my own defense, all I did was tell a little joke. Second of all, women are not people. They're devices built by the Lord Jesus Christ for our own entertainment.
Yeah.
And he's like, Peter, please. Mr.
Oh,
Reed
shit.
assures Miss Ironbox that his conduct does not represent their company, and that he makes everyone watch a film about workplace
Let's talk about
harassment. The fucking film
women,
is
they are
crazy.
sensitive creatures.
I have the whole
Yes.
transcript for it. The film is like so
It's like just
outdated.
really outdated.
So, irrational, emotionally fragile by nature, female coworkers are a peculiar animal. They are very insecure about their own appearance. Be sure to tell them how good they look every day, even if they're homely and unkept.
Like the one girl in the film.
It's like, you're doing a great job, Muriel, and you're prettier than Mammy Van Doren. And remember,
It's like this?
nothing says good job like a firm, open palms slap on the behind.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
Yep.
so funny.
That's crazy,
It was like, it said copyright 1956.
Yeah.
He's been showing it for 50 years.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy. And this is just one of the crazy jokes in this episode. Dude, this episode is filled with off-the-walls like jokes.
Yeah.
Like, they pushed the fucking envelope with this episode.
Yeah, they
You think?
do. I think they do.
For
too.
season 2,
Season 2. Wait, yeah. Oh, yeah.
like, they don't do...
This is like
the first real, like, whoa, this is crazy.
We're like, whoa, what are we
It's
doing?
funny.
Here? You know?
And they do it, like... I wouldn't say it's, like, disrespectful. I mean, I can't really speak on that
Yeah.
as a white man.
Let's not go too much in.
But I mean, it's interesting, and I mean, I think compared to stuff that they would do later, I think
this
they
is him
covered it.
talking. He's talking for
I'm
himself.
speaking for myself, and I
He's
think
talking
that
to himself.
compared to later, I think that this episode
This is
overall they covered it, and I feel like they showed it. It was clear that it was like making fun of Peter for having this view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're not saying, like, Peter's view is correct. They're saying, like, Peter is clearly stupid for thinking this way,
Yeah.
and that's why he needs to change.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone
for
else
sure.
is in the right, and Peter is clearly insanely in the wrong.
Peter is stuck in the 50s or something.
Yeah.
He
Just like that freaking film.
Yeah, like that film, yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's funny when he slaps her ass. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm doing a good job.
So Peter, or Miss Ironbox says that she'll teach him a
Miss
sensitivity course.
Yeah.
And dude, it's crazy. She's like, all right, whoa. Let me drink some water. Got
Wow.
lightheaded.
Oh shit! What the fuck? You get lightheaded all the time. I
If I
don't.
drink enough water.
I
get
don't. I
lightheaded.
drink Coca-Cola.
Dude, Ryder drank like
Arnold
700 calories worth of Coca-Cola yesterday.
Yeah, 750 calories of Coke.
Because you had 2 at the restaurant.
Dude,
and
I
you
had a large.
And you had a large movie
Which
theater, which
was
was 6. Was it 530
530.
calories?
So I had 730 because I had 2 12-ounce things in the restaurant cups.
That's insane, dude. That's a
Yeah.
lot. And then you also had a root beer that morning.
Yeah, I did. Starting off the day right.
Wow.
Root beer and Cheez-Its.
And the Cheez-Its, and oh my god. And then you had a pizza. And then you had maybe some like corn bites. That was
I
like
did. I
corn
had like
bog
3
bites.
and 1 cheese.
Dude. I mean, what else did you have? Was that it?
Up until the restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, then the restaurant you had pizza and so you had like
I was a shit.
dude, you had the majority. You probably had like 10 grams of protein that day.
maybe not even that, honestly.
The pizza maybe had like 14 grams.
Yeah, I had like some ground beef on it.
Yeah.
That's
You
good
got
enough.
the meat loavers, so that made up for it.
Yeah, I got
I mean,
some.
even I had a lot of soda, and I had like 30 grams of protein that day, and that was like I'm starting trying to get to like 128 a day.
What did you just eat chicken and stuff?
No, just eat food that's
What the fuck do you
protein.
eat? What the fuck?
It's
do
not
you
that
eat?
hard.
What the fuck am I doing wrong?
Cliff Bar, 10 grams right there.
Just eat
Drink.
a bunch of Clif Bars.
No. Drink, eat like some turkey.
Oh
A
yeah.
few slices of turkey is like 15 grams of protein. Eat like Swiss cheese. Each slice of Swiss cheese is like 6 grams of protein. Eggs, 2 eggs, 14 grams of protein right there. It adds up quick. It's not
Yeah.
that hard for me to do it. But yesterday, I barely ate anything. Like I had like 14,000 calories. No. Sorry. No, not
14K?
14,000.
Wow.
1,400 calories,
Okay.
which is a lot. Little.
Yeah.
It's a little, very little, and the majority of it was like soda.
Nice.
And yours was probably even more so.
Yeah, dude.
was insane.
I feel like shit when I went to bed.
I
was
bet.
like-
Dude, my heart hurt. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
had
know,
like
you're-
gas. It was like a heartburn or something. I don't know. It was rough. Anyways,
Clean my
back to this
system out.
episode.
All right, let's get in the system. So,
Shit.
dude, okay, so it's funny at the kind of like the
wait,
midpoint
I'm
after like
wait.
the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and when he goes out for the weekend. Have we even gotten there yet?
Oh no, we're not there yet.
the
So
fuck?
Peter goes to a sexual.
Yeah.
Or he goes to a he goes to this course, and
Why did I not have that written down?
I don't know, but
What the fuck?
so basically it's a little like role play. It's literally what she calls it.
Yeah.
Little
Oh, yeah, I
role
remember
play.
that.
When she said that, I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be crazy. So this one guy comes up and he goes, "You're a valued and respected member of our community," and
No, it was
whatever.
like team, like business.
yeah,
team.
business team. And then he's like, "Excellent. Now, Mr. Griffin, you give it a try." He comes up and he says, "Thank you, Miss Ironbox. You're a valued member of our business team, and I will give you a raise tomorrow if you come into work without a shirt on." And she goes, "Mr. Griffin," and he's like, "I'm sorry, that came out wrong. Let me try again. Nice ass." And then she's like,
he's been watching that video too much.
yeah, and then she goes, "You haven't heard a word I say." He's like, "That's not fair. I heard everything you said. It's just some of the subtleties and the rules are just hard to understand." Honk honk. And he just fucking grabs her tits. Like, oh fuck.
Okay.
Peter is
This is
insane in
great.
this episode.
When Peter's talking to Lois in the room,
Yeah.
he like looks at her boobs.
Yeah,
And
she's
then
like,
she's like-
well, Peter, I would like it if you were a little more up here, Peter.
Yeah,
up here.
up here.
Goddamn, Peter.
Up here, Peter. Come on, up here, Peter. Look at me.
So since Peter was so insensitive at the course, she was like, okay, obviously you need something more extreme.
Yeah.
So he gets sent away to this like camp,
Oh man.
not camp, retreat, women's retreat.
Can't. This is the camp.
Shit. No, this like women's retreat, and it's crazy. So, but before that happens, Peter's like talking to Lois and like what we were just talking
Yeah.
about. But before that, also there's this little scene where it's a cutaway to Peter, like how he treats women, and
Yeah.
he's peeping on these girls in like a locker room.
Oh yeah, with like a fucking
But
piece of
at
wood.
first, it's just you can just see a little through a
Yeah.
little peephole,
Yeah.
and you just see like he's like move the towel.
Move it.
He's like,
Come on.
oh shit, they spotted me, and then it cuts out, and it's from their perspective, and it's literally he's just
Fucking
holding up a
hell.
piece of wood. He's standing in the locker room, holding up a piece of wood with a little hole in it, just looking through it, like he's so stupid.
God damn. Put a lot actually for this episode.
It's so stupid. I did too. It's so stupid. It's so funny though.
Yeah. It's
Um,
also
so-
funny when like when he goes to the like women's retreat
Mhm.
and he's like, "Oh, you don't even know what I had to endure during Lois's
Yeah,
pregnancy."
because
Just her, like-
she says, we have to endure childbirth, and he's like, wah, childbirth. It can't be that bad. And then she's like, imagine stretching your bottom lip over your head and touching your neck. And he's like, if you think that's something, imagine if you think you want to hear horror stories, and then
It's just like Lois like puking and crying, and Peter's like this watching TV, and he's like,
he looks over.
he's
Shut
like
up,
turns the fucking volume up.
because she's just. Just vomiting
I'm
in the
surprised
toilet.
Peter's like, I was like, if she didn't lose that baby weight, I was gonna leave her.
Yeah, dude, Peter is insane in this episode. And then, so obviously the people do not take kindly to his words and his
Yeah.
things that he says, and
Oh shit, dude. Oh man, this is crazy. It's after that, but when they're in the circle outside in the woods, they're like
oh yeah, that's the next thing.
yeah, it's like they're hugging. Peter's like, "That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Now it'd be better if you guys like oh shit." It was like hugging,
So it was
and now it was like rubber back now.
yeah,
Rubber back, and then
you like that, don't you? Yeah. So basically, she was like, women are mean to each other, but because we feel intimidated, but we should really be empowering. And so she's like, I know you went through a hard time, whatever, blah, blah,
Yeah.
but you're doing a great job. Notice how I'm making physical contact. And then Peter's like, it'd be better if you hugged her. And she's like, well, good job, Peter. And she hugs her, and he's like, yeah, now rub her back, yeah. You like that, don't you?
yeah,
And
that's
he's like-
so weird.
And then he goes, now sniff her a little.
Oh,
and they all look
God.
at her, and they're like, at him, and he's like, what?
Yeah, he's like, what did I say?
It's so
What did I say? That's so wrong.
So then
I said something completely normal.
yeah.
You guys are overreacting a lot.
So they're doing this like trust exercise where they jump off of this tree into a cushion that they're all
oh,
holding.
that's right.
And so
Oh,
Peter,
shit. Peter climbs all the way to the fucking
he goes
top.
way up, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna do a flip. I'm gonna do this and this.
Ah,
And then he fucking the branch breaks, and he falls. His upper lip gets stretched, pulls it around his neck like the other girl was describing childbirth.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then he falls down. And he's like, And they're like, now that you've experienced a woman's pain, you're ready to learn.
Yeah, they were just waiting for that.
They were just waiting for his chance.
Oh man.
And then he does learn.
He
Then cuts to him going back home.
Oh man.
He picks up Lois. He's like, I'm so happy to see you guys. I love you guys.
Chris like, that's a chick now.
Yeah, because he's like, oh my goodness, I've broken a nail.
Yeah.
That's a chick.
Oh my God, that's a chick now. Oh man, it's so great.
funny. And then fucking.
And then it's funny because I think it's like literally after that scene, Peter's in the bathtub and calls Quagmire. He's like, "What's up, Quagmire?"
Yeah, I wrote it down. So he's like, "Hello." He's like, Quagmire's like, "Hello." He's like, "Hey, Quagmire." "Hey, Peter, what's up?" "Not much." "Well, what do you want?" "Nothing. I just wanted to talk." "What are you thinking about?"
Yeah.
"What do you mean?"
Yeah.
"You just called me." "I just wanted to say hi. What are you doing?" And then he hangs up.
Yeah, he hangs up.
Oh. And also it's like Peter and Lois like cuddling, and Brian's like, "Oh God," and he goes and like pushes Stewie's crib out of his room and just closes the door and sleeps in there.
Yeah. Brian's like, "Hey, any privacy around here."
Yeah. But even though they were cuddling, they'd never. It appears that Peter was not doing a very good job at.
Peter wasn't very sexually active.
Yeah, he was not. He was not. Yeah, when he was a girl. Yeah, when he was. He was on this.
Oh, dude, you know what I realized?
What?
I called Quagmire Q-Man.
Q-Man?
Yeah.
Q-Dog?
I mean, I didn't feel like typing his whole name out like every time.
Yeah. Fair enough. Hi, Sasha. So sweet.
So Sasha.
Peter admires Stewie for Lois for raising him so well, and then Lois leaves, and Peter tries to breastfeed Stewie.
Shit.
He starts sucking,
and then I said Stewie's
up,
like traumatized.
Yeah, Stewie starts sucking. He wakes up, looks up, spits out a hair, and then he goes, and then he starts gagging.
Oh shit, my neck. Right in
Dude,
here.
it's so funny. It is so funny because. I mean,
Yeah.
I've actually, dude. This actually reminds me. This is a little
What the
side
fuck?
tangent story.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was breastfed by no.
Let's see. What the fuck?
No, basically, one time I was talking to my mom. I think she was a little tipsy this one time.
Yeah. Oh shit.
We were sitting on the porch, and she was like, we were talking about Family Guy. Somehow the Family Guy came up. I hadn't even seen the show at this point though. I was like a lot younger. Like I was probably like 12. And then she looked up like a Family Guy clip. I think I said that, like I had like a Stewie quote, maybe like mom, mother,
Yeah,
mother,
mom,
Lois.
yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, Stewie Griffin is funny. And then she like looked up like a Stewie Griffin Family Guy clip funny, and that clip came up.
Oh god.
And we watched it. And so it was I was sitting on the porch with my mom, who was drunk, and we were watching this clip of Stewie sucking Peter's boob, and then coughing out a hair, and then going, and my mom was like, "That's just stupid." I was like,
I mean,
that's so
Family
funny.
Guy is stupid.
It is stupid, that's for sure.
Okay,
Very
so it's funny because then after, I think the breaking point for Lois is when Peter's hogging the mirror.
Yeah,
a lot, and then
she's
like,
God damn, I wish I could have the mirror this time
Yeah.
during this year, Peter.
and then she goes over to Quagmire's house, and Quagmire tries to get a little frisky with her, like he always does. He's like, "I do anything, do everything
Like,
for
hey,
you."
Lois expected you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
it's like, dude,
He
it's
goes-
like some like smooth jazz.
He starts
playing.
like flicking all his switches, and like it like turns into a bar. His like
love
his
bed.
thing turns into a bed. Yeah, and then he's like making drinks, and he's going like this the whole time.
Do.
Starts smoking a cigarette. Anyways, Glenn, I was wondering if you in Cleveland could help get Peter back to the way he was.
Of course, that's why you're here.
He's like, of course that's why you're here.
Abort.
Yeah, he
His
presses the
cigarette
abort
like
button.
falls down to one of the drinks.
It turns back around.
Yeah. He's like,
And
of course
then-
that's why you're here.
And then she's like, of course that's why you're here. He's like, don't worry, I'd do everything to you. What?
I do
I'd do anything for you. I mean,
Shit. Oh
So
man!
funny.
And then they take Peter to a Million Man's March.
yeah.
Peter's like, "You're the
what is it,
reason."
like
we have
black
so-"
rights, like
Yeah, it's like civil rights.
Yeah, civil rights, like movement or whatever. And they're like a speech. This black guy's on stage talking to like
Yeah.
a group of like black people in the crowd, and they're like,
old
we need to
Pete.
get him to respect his fellow man
Yeah.
because he's too feminine or whatever. Because Peter's like a feminist, basically. He's like,
Yeah.
men are the reason the whole country's failing.
Wait, what the fuck?
And so Peter, what?
Oh my god.
Did you delete it somehow?
Where's fucking Archer at?
Bro, what?
I swear to God, I had it on here. I watched it. What the fuck,
How do you keep deleting them?
dude? What?
Writer deleted.
Oh, I fucking know why. I'm an idiot.
Why?
because we did Wonka, and I guess I don't fucking
Oh my
know.
god! Just wait until we're done filming for the day at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I can't just keep deleting everything.
For the non.
I'm just gonna be like, yeah, Archer had his ex is real hot. All the girls are hot.
I mean, I have a bunch of notes, so I'll be good.
Yeah,
I'll just carry the conversation.
Yeah,
it'll be good.
Shit.
I mean, you probably still remember it.
Wait, hold on.
You're like,
go
I
back.
remember parts of it for
Hold on.
sure. What?
Oh, there we go.
Did you get it back?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can go back. Okay, we're good.
You found it? Okay,
We're
good.
We're good.
Ryder deleted his notes on what was it?
I gotta like find everything now.
It was Evis for Family. You deleted your notes for Evis for Family,
Yep.
which we did a couple weeks ago.
I didn't. I couldn't have go. I couldn't have gone back last time. So I think that's like a new feature or something.
Probably just because you just did it,
Maybe I don't.
so you could like undo what you did.
Yeah. So pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. That's what I got to say. No, so then
Oh God.
after Stewie was breastfed, Peter was worried about getting pregnant because he didn't get his period. He was like, "What day is it?"
That's a
and she's like, "It's Thursday," and he's like, "Oh God, I'm late. I'm really late. Do you have any those pregnancy tests left?" So funny. And then
the Rizzler.
oh no. And then Cleveland takes him to a speech, and he goes, so this is the other guy. He's going, "My brothers, we need to stand together." And then Peter butts in. He goes, "Excuse me, I'd like to say a couple things to the men in this audience."
You're the reason we have so much crime.
He goes, "It's your fault we have so much crime in this country, and it's your fault we have so much violence in this country. You're ruining our society, and you should be ashamed." And
yeah,
maybe you or may not would have been talking to a group of a bunch of black people, so that wasn't a very good look for him. It looked very racist. And then so they all chased him.
Yeah, it was like literally like it was quiet, and then all of a sudden you see Peter,
Oh, my mom's calling me.
and then yeah.
Keep right here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, we're back finally, and I brought
Okay. Sounds good.
here with the new dishwasher.
Cool. All right, sounds good. All right, sounds good. I'll get some in a bit. Bye. All right, we're back.
All right, so yeah, Peter like it's like the streets are quiet, and then
You just see Peter run
Yeah,
around the
you
corner,
see
and then the
Peter-
whole mob.
it's like a well, shit.
Not
I
mob.
was gonna yeah. There you go.
whole mamba.
A mob of
Anyways, so, where are you gonna go with that? Cleveland. Okay, we were talking about that. So then Lois and Miss Iron. Oh wait,
Miss
no.
Iron Box.
Miss Ironbox. They get in a fight
Oh yeah, Peter's like
because
oh my
basically Lois says, "I'm a housewife by choice," and Peter says, and Miss Ironbox says, "No wonder Peter doesn't respect women. I can't imagine how messed up your kids are," which is so fucked up.
Yeah.
And then
Iron Box doesn't have her box.
her box is iron, of course.
Yeah, her box is made iron.
So and then
They're great people. Right?
so then he goes. Then they break out and do a fight, and where their clothes are breaking, and Peter is
Yeah.
very turned on by this.
Peter's like, oh my, he's like
and then
sweating.
they're like their clothes, like Lois's like straps break, and like he's like, oh my god, Peter. I mean, he's like, Lois, we have to go. And he pulls her out,
Yep.
and they go home and they have sex. And then dude,
And then
she goes, that was wonderful. And he said, who said that?
he's like, oh hey,
Oh,
Lois.
hey Lois,
Yeah.
I'm starving. How about a sandwich? She's like, glad to have you back, Peter. And
He's like,
more
he's like,
fetchy. Less talky, more fetchy.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm just gonna assume that's Chinese for I love you.
I think
And
he
that's
said
the credits
something
roll.
else, but I don't remember.
That's it.
So, yeah.
That's the end of the episode.
This ended the episode, guys.
This was a phenomenal.
It was phenomenal. All right,
I'm lightheaded as shit. I'm gonna like chug some water after we're done with this.
nah, no water allowed.
Don't delete it. Don't. Is that make sure that's the right one?
It's good.
Yeah, you're right. You got the right one.
I know. I got the
Just making sure.
All right.
All right. So yeah, overall, this episode was insane. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Dude, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. This
Really?
episode was really good. There was sexism, a little bit of racism. You know, all the things a Family Guy episode needs to have.
Just I would say you're probably gonna give it a 9.9 out of 10 just because it could have used some anti-Semitism, but it didn't have that.
Oh shit!
Otherwise, it was
speaking
perfect.
Speaking of anti-Semitism, what was I gonna say?
Wonka.
Oh yeah. Well, not that. Not just that. I saw this Family Guy cutaway. It's from like a real late season where
Mhm.
like it was like a cutaway from like Henry Ford like introducing his car, but you know what he called it?
Hmm.
The juke flattening machine. You can flatten any
shit.
juke.
I think I've seen that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have, yeah.
Was it like the first car?
Yeah, it was like the
Yeah.
first car, and Henry
Yeah,
Ford's
it's
like,
season
it's
5
a
or
Jew
something.
flattening machine. And then like there's this one guy in the audience.
Crazy.
He's like, why can't you just use it to go place to place? He's like, I guess you can, but it's mainly used for flattening.
This is crazy. Yeah, I've seen that. It's great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
all right, guys.
this episode was really,
after I
really
shot
funny.
myself in the foot.
Yeah.
See you guys in.
This episode was really funny. I really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I just think that the show gets better than this, but as an episode, really good. It's a great episode.
Yeah, I think it was.
And I
good.
really, really enjoyed it. Without further ado, why do I keep saying that at the end of the episode?
No complaints on my behalf, really.
No complaints on my behalf.
Oh, dude,
Um,
I have this meme I want to show you. I'll just show it to you real quick. The podcast can experience it too. It's an Instagram reel, but
It's Instagram reel.
it's really funny. It's a familiar face to us.
Oh boy, Jacob Jones.
Nobody, the unemployed homie on a Tuesday.
In the afternoon, which I am quite excited.
Okay, we gotta talk about Jacob Jones. So
Yes.
Jacob Jones,
Oh,
just
shit.
like we gotta talk about him just a little bit.
Yeah.
Jacob fucking Jones is this guy on YouTube who smokes cigarettes. That's his
He's
whole
so
channel.
cool.
He made a video where he was like, "Today we're going to be going into a public park in
Well, no, it's just a
smoking
meme.
at 2 p.m." No, he actually did it.
Yo,
though.
yeah, I know. He
literally
literally made it, but it's
it was
just so
really funny.
dude.
It's you definitely got to go check him out. We ranted about him in another episode.
Yes.
and
We did?
and on one of the Patreon, I think, or maybe it was
I
on.
don't think so.
It was on Shoes and
It
Giggles.
was probably on
that's what
Shits and Giggles, yeah.
Go check out our other podcast, Shoes and Giggles. Anyways, go check us out on Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon.
So, but by the way, if we're saying like things like certainly no complaints on my behalf, that's from him because he's a cigarette reviewer, but he's like the most funny, matter of fact cigarette reviewer. He's like, certainly no complaints on my behalf. That is for sure.
the packaging looks really good from back.
If you look from back here, it does look pretty good, but it could be more. Okay, I gotta go. He just farted in my face. See you guys later.